So today I'm doing something a little different. I am having a in real life coffee and breakfast with Beverly. You may recognize Beverly, or Beverly may be new to you because she is of the YouTube channel here in La Paz, Miles and Coffee. So she's having a little coffee this morning. I'm having a little bit of chai here at Lola's Cafe. This is new to me, but one of Bev's favorites.
Marvelous.
And today I'm going to be kind of interviewing Bev as we have breakfast so that you can learn a little bit more about another resident here, someone who's moved down from the States and is retired in Mexico.
I love that. Thank you so much, Brighton, for the invitation. I never turned down coffee, by the way, so this was a perfect venue, but you were very gracious enough, and I humbly accept it, so I consider this a treat. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, so glad to be here.
Yes.
So we are going to continue eating here. You should see our food. I'm going to lift mine up because look at this. This is a croque madame. So this is a French restaurant, and the eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict with a little bit of salad.
Yes. So we're going to be eating during this video. I hope you're okay. Hopefully it's not too rude.
Hopefully it's not too rude. Would you like to give them a taste so they'll know that the food is real?
Yes, I have yet to dig into
Yeah, let's see what your opinion is, and
really,
then maybe I'll try that. I know the cutlery, you guys, is bronze. This is a French-style bistro cafe. The owner's name is Beverly. You can find her on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll have a link to that down below.
So your first reaction of croque madame in La Paz.
Madame, Mexican style.
Mexican style.
Mm-hmm.
2 thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the eggs Benedict with a little bit of bacon and, of course, a little bit of a English muffin. Perfect.
Yeah, this is great. As things are in La Paz, everything's like half the price that you would pay in the United States, maybe even a little less than half the price.
I agree.
And really high quality.
High quality.
So let's start out, Bev. I want to know how you ended up here in La Paz. So this is going to be kind of maybe a little bit longer answer, but I want to go all the way from when you were back in the States down to how you got here. So kind of condensed, but let's let people know, like when they're up in the States, you are not retirement age yet, so you're still working age, you're in the States, and you're like, I need to change. So let's go from there.
I've been teaching all my life. I'm 100. Not retirement age yet, but I feel that I've been teaching. That is my profession. Just stressed out and felt there was a need for a change. I taught in the traditional school. This was pre-COVID, of course. Middle school, high school, certified teacher, but I felt that I was at a crossroads and needed a change. So I gave myself permission during my summer vacation of 2018 to take a TEFL course for teacher training, thinking I can use that skill later in retirement.
And TEFL, for those who don't know, is teaching English as a foreign language.
Teaching English
Lots of folks down here with this skill.
Yes, so for an English teacher / history teacher, I saw an ad that said you can get paid to travel. And we guarantee job placement. Let me go investigate. That was my first time ever traveling from the States to Mexico. So I went to Guadalajara for 30 days. In Brighton, I did not want to come back home.
Yes, that is awesome. So now I want to know more about how you can live here without a job that's like directly from the United States, because my job is back in the United States.
Exactly.
So how does that work here? How are you making money?
Okay. Well, you know, maybe those of you that follow Brighton, I have seen his video where he talks about in order to make this work on a budget. I live on a budget, but I live well, and I earn U.S. dollars, but spend pesos. For example, here, I know what my monthly budget is, and everybody has a number. So just to make a long story short, my expenses are less than 1/3 of what they would have been in the United States. For a full-time teacher with no children, I literally in the States lived paycheck to paycheck. Here, I'm able to pay my rent, pay my cell phone, pay my electric, go out for a fabulous breakfast at a bistro twice a week if I want to get coffee and still have money in the bank because I teach online as a teacher of English as a foreign language. Not full time, but about 30 hours a week. Now that's I make my own schedule, and I do that because I like to have the cushion of extra money. But I travel, I hang out, I visit with people, good people like Brighton, and I live well on a budget in Mexico, no stress. And you guys by the beach too. So
Let's dig in a little bit about the earning dollars, spending pesos while teaching English as a second language. So these are people who mostly don't speak English as a second language. So how are you able to earn dollars while teaching English?
excellent. Okay, that's a good question because there are several online platforms for TEFL. Teachers of English are in demand because people outside of the United States need native speakers. So, for example, in Chile, which is where most of my schedule is from, I make pretty much what I used to make in the United States. And per hour, they will pay me in dollars. Of course, they have a platform where the money is transferred from Chile to your bank direct deposit. And then there's another company that I teach for in China. Of course, they pay in Chinese yen, right? But when it's transferred to your bank, it's in dollars. Now, we know the yen is a little bit less economically than the dollar. But there's so many different platforms. That's why I say I earn in US. And I like the fact that it's direct deposit. I've never missed a payment. So that is how I don't stress about my money.
And so the folks in Chile are, you're not teaching a school, you're teaching some higher income people. That's why
yes,
this works.
This works really well. That's a good question. I teach adults in Chile. These are people who work for U.S. companies, and it is mandatory for them to learn English. So their company has commissioned these classes on their behalf, and I'm paid actually by their company. You see what I'm saying?
That is perfect.
Yeah, but in China, I teach the little babies, so I have a mix of babies in the morning. In Mexico, I have the middle school students, and then in Chile, I have adults. So that gives me a range. I also have adults in Guadalajara, such as a doctor on Saturdays, who wants to learn to speak more fluently. So I have adult conversation classes out of Guadalajara.
Let's talk about maybe anything that was holding you back from moving to Mexico. You still had 5 years before you could retire. What did other people think about this idea of going south across the border?
There was an issue because, of course, when I initially told my friends and family, everybody thought I was crazy and I lost my mind. People are leaving Mexico and you're going to Mexico. Why would you do that? So I just had to explain to them that I have no children, that is one thing that helps me to be freer to move. And I was living simple by making sure that I stayed within my budget, not having extravagant expenses and a lot of bills. So simplicity is number one. And I was ready for a change. So they just had to trust that I'm not under a bridge. I'm not in the desert. I do have an apartment. It is fully furnished and I am comfortable. That's what encouraged me to start a channel so that they could see, not just listen to my words, you can see that I live pretty well in Mexico on a budget and I haven't missed a meal and I love tacos and all of that. So it worked out. And now 2 years later, they're saying, you made the right choice and they're happy for me. And now I have family that are looking and planning to come and visit. So that's great. But I would encourage anybody, if I can do it, you can do it. Trust your gut, don't wait. And I encourage anyone to just come and visit and see for yourself because the climate is great and the people are gracious and you might decide that you could make it happen on a budget and live well.
So thank you so much, Bev, for having breakfast with all of us and also for sharing your story. And if you're ready to check out Bev's channel and see a lot of what her life is like here, you can check that out up here. And you can check out another video that YouTube thinks is perfect for you down here. And I think it might be time for you to come on down and give it a try. See you here in Mexico.